So, Sunday morning, a mix of sun and rain outside. We have about a minute, I think, so we'll start right on time in a minute, allowing some people that are planning on joining us on time to have the pleasure of joining us on time. And as always, if you are busy, if this time on Sunday morning is not a good time for you, please join us at any other time. The videos are available on the group feed. You can scroll down and find maybe a meditation that resonates with you. You can go back to things that worked for you. And I ask that you comment and let me know how it made you feel. Let me know that you've connected and participated. I just returned from a trip. I visited Israel for 2 weeks. If you don't know, I am from there originally. I moved to the United States about 15 years ago. And I go to that home of mine once a year, hoping to go more than once a year. My parents are getting older, my friends are getting older, and surprisingly enough, I am getting older. I'm not sure how that all happens, but it seems to happen with the passage of time. I had a lot of time to think and feel, which happens when you're not in the day to day routine, not working like I work full time and volunteer, and all the family obligations that are wonderful but take a lot of my time. And as I was going through this trip in Israel this time, at first I was listening to an audiobook by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I remembered somebody mentioned that name to me at some point. And I mean, listening to the book, I felt that I needed more. So I actually went online and purchased his online workshop. And what I found incredible, and I'm not promoting Dr. Dispenza, I am just telling you of my personal experience with his material, is that he is giving a scientific explanation to what we may consider mysticism. And in many ways, he was giving a framework or a way to explain phenomena that I've been seeing both in my own life and in working with my hypnosis clients. So, because as you know, I bring what is happening to me into the meditations, we are going to go inward today and look at emotions. And he talks about, and I know from experience, and you all know from your personal experience, how our emotions drive our thoughts, and then our thoughts reinforce these emotions. And usually, this is not in the most positive manner. So, you're angry, then the mind comes in to help with great explanations of all the reasons that you're angry. That, of course, makes you even more angry. And so it goes. So, I'm sorry, I'm having, as usual, some problems with my recorder. That's okay. So we're going to explore that today. What I'd like you to do is take a moment and just come up with an emotion that you would like to transform, that you would like to change, something that you feel a lot often in your life. And then you would like to maybe not have that feeling anymore. And we can talk for a long time about why we return to those feelings. This is it's going to come up in the meditation, but we're not going to have a long discussion about this right now. But this is what I'd like you to do. Just take a moment, close your eyes. We're still not in meditation, just in contemplation, and bring up an emotion that you don't like and that you can see showing up in your life repeatedly. And it could be related to a relationship with a certain person, or it could be something that you see take place overall. So just for a moment, choose that emotion. Wonderful. So now, find a comfortable position. Find a comfortable position and gently close your eyes. Soon the bell will ring, indicating the beginning of this meditation practice. Seated or lying down, bring your awareness to your body as it is. Notice the space around your body. Notice the space within your nostrils. Perhaps you can sense the space around your head. Bringing the awareness to where your body connects with the surface on which you're sitting or lying down. Inviting relaxation to your feet. Releasing, relaxing, loosening any tension. Perhaps imagining relaxation like a wave that has started in your feet and now it climbs up the ankles, releasing the lower legs, relaxing. A softness engulfs the knees, the back of the knees. Sensing the upper legs, the back of the thighs. Releasing, relaxing, and softening. The abdomen, the lower back, inviting relaxation. The chest, the upper back. Each in-breath brings in even more relaxation. Each out-breath sends relaxation throughout your body and your mind. Scanning the arms and inviting softness from the shoulders, through the elbows to the fingertips. The neck, the throat, an opening, a softening with invitation. the face muscles relaxing, the jaws loosening, inviting a gentle parting of the lips. And you may find that resting the tongue on the upper palate behind the teeth brings even more relaxation. As body and mind now join this process of opening, of softening, creating spaciousness all around you, becoming more and more comfortable with every breath you take. As you allow the brain to shift into a wavelength of relaxation. In your mind, imagine that emotion that you have brought into consciousness. An emotion that you desire to transform and change. The state of relaxation allows a perspective that is different now. The state of relaxation allows for introspection. The world outside continues, but you are here safe, taking this time for yourself, a time for reflection. Now notice that emotion, as if you are the observer of yourself. Perhaps you can float above a scene in which you see yourself run by that unpleasant emotion. As an observer, and then from that spot above, expand your vision into the spaciousness of your consciousness. Where else does this emotion show itself? When does it show itself? Take some time for reflection as I grow silent. Imagine now a timeline that stretches all the way back to your childhood. And from your spot above, notice different incidents, occurrences, and trace them all the way back, perhaps to the earliest memory you have of feeling this way. Take your time. What are you learning? What is your mind bringing up for you in the state of relaxation? A different kind of access, a different kind of vision. Can you see this emotion for what it is, a habit, creating an energy that brings you suffering again and again? Anger, guilt, shame, frustration, insecurity. What emotion are you riding on? As the brain repeats the pattern of childhood, simply finding new ways of expressing the same thing again and again. Take notice. Can you see the cycle? The emotion comes up. The thoughts quickly rise up to explain and confirm it. The thoughts that explain and confirm it heighten that emotion. Even more thoughts come up, explaining, blaming, confirming. Who is being served? No one. Can you take a look from where you are, watching? What can be done? Emotions are energy. Can you shift the energy? Can you see yourself in a scene, one that you remember well, but now opening the heart into love and connection, into compassion and understanding, knowing you have been repeating a pattern and it had served you perhaps a long time ago, becoming a habit. Can you choose differently now for yourself? Imagine yourself feeling differently. Imagine yourself thinking differently. Imagine yourself acting differently. Bring an imaginary scene into the mind and see yourself feeling differently, thinking differently, acting differently, in a way and a manner that supports you, your goals, your values, in a way and in a manner that allows you to shine, to be happy, a sense of well-being. There may be a discomfort that comes with change, but you embrace it. See yourself and then embody this, feel it. The joy of feeling differently. the happiness that comes from thinking differently, and the pride in yourself as you act differently, no longer bound by old habits, your heart expanding into the spaciousness that is love and connection. Take a moment and feel it fully and completely in your body, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your heart. Know that every time you feel differently, you think differently, you act differently, you are creating a physical change in the brain that then guides your mind and your heart, creating connections in the brain that support the change that you are bringing into your life. It is a practice to return to. It is a knowledge that is already within you. Finding yourself more and more capable as you practice. As the brain relaxes with the practice of meditation, creating a spaciousness and openness that supports you as you invite transformation. Soon the bell will sound, indicating the completion of this practice. For a moment, perhaps just keep your eyes closed, noting to yourself any wisdom, any awareness, any gifts you have received during this practice. Register this deep within you and know that it is always available to you. Finding yourself bringing change and transformation into your life. Now bringing movement into the body, allowing the eyes to gently open as we return the awareness to the here and now, to this day, to this time, to this present moment. Thank you so much for joining me today or listening later. as I'm playing with this concept of emotions, thoughts, and actions, I know from the work I do in hypnosis that underneath it all, we reside in the world of false beliefs. It is simply another way of looking back as we work on changing this present time and our future. We think that we get addicted to pleasurable things, food, alcohol, but perhaps the biggest addiction we have is lurking in the subconscious mind. And it's this addiction to negative emotions, often providing some kind of survival benefit in the past, and then simply becoming the pattern of our neurology. The beautiful thing is that we are not doomed by the past, that with self-work, awareness, help, we can make great changes and transform these old habits and live truly in a state of more joy and genuine happiness. I wish that for myself, for you, for everyone in the world, as we complete today's practice, today's session of Sunday meditation. Until I see you again, which for me will be next Sunday. Have a wonderful day. Namaste and goodbye.